Hi guys, hello everyone. This is Lapisha, this is Blessing. So I saw this video and I just have to talk about it. I don't know if you guys have seen the video of Prophet Precious Iginla's wife crying out on Instagram, Twitter, all the whole social media. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, so why did she have to do another video telling us to, forget everything that she did? Now, if you haven't seen that video, what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is to show you the video, then we'll come and talk about it. Now, what I want us to discuss is before a wife or anybody, even if you're in a relationship, before you start doing a social media, should you think about the action or what you are doing? Do people understand the implication of crying out on social media? I mean, social media is there. Yes. You just start, put your video, do the video, and you send it out. And you forget the implication of what you are doing. Remember, she is a pastor's wife. She was the one that posted the video for everybody to see. We didn't ask her. It was a private, affair, but she broadcasted it. Now, if you haven't seen that video, the first thing like I normally do is to show you the video and then we'll come and talk about it. Now, watch this. Okay, so let me show you the video. Okay, Chrome tab.
Hi, I'm Blessing by name. I've been married now for 6 years. Please, I need help. Let me circulate this video to anywhere, to any human rights organization that can help me. Please help me. I need help. I've been married for 6 years now to an abusive man. This man beats me. This man locks me outside. This man refused to let me work. And then even 5,000 naira monthly allowance, he doesn't give me. At times, money to feed is a problem. I have to contact his spiritual father before his spiritual father can send money to me to feed. That's if I don't have money to feed. That's how pathetic it is. What I want the audience to do for me is to help me get by. I'm Blessing by name. I've been
Okay, I don't know if you saw the screen sharing that I just did now, and if you guys watched the video that I just showed you now. So that is Blessing Precious Iginla's wife talking about what she's been passing through in her home. Now, she said this has been going on for the past 6 years, and I'm just wondering, okay, 6 years your husband have been beating you. You have not been given any money for upkeep, nothing, and you did not talk. So after these 6 years, you are now talking now. I mean, from what you've said, it makes me wonder, what was the agreement when you were getting married to him? You knew he was a pastor or a prophet. I mean, you agreed to not walk in. I don't know if you're educated. You decided to sacrifice your education, your life. And that is one of the things that, young girls do in marriage back home in Africa. You are educated. Maybe you are a manager, you are working, you are making your own money, and you now go into marriage and you let go of everything that you have worked for because you've been told that I will take care of you. Now, this woman happens to be married to a pastor, and that was the promise, okay? He must have promised her just, get married, just, have babies. I'll take care of you. I will, give you allowance every month. And most career women, they do that. First of all, that was the first thing when I saw, I was like, oh my God, why would you want to let go of your own ambition in life because you want to get married? So you are married now and you're depending on this man. So he's a prophet or a prophetess. I don't even know what they call them. And you are depending on him for everything, your upkeeping, your children, everything. And he's refusing to give you anything. So what did you do about it? 6 years, like for 6 years, and you've been living with him. He wasn't taking care of you. And what did you do? Did you try getting something to do? And in her word was, he refused. And all right, I know how Africa is. Okay, so I'm gonna understand the fact that she lives in Africa, and it is possible for someone to like threaten you or to refuse you doing anything. And maybe that's her situation, because I've heard a lot of comments about her. People are talking about it and saying, okay, how come she did not do something? How come she did not start something? I mean, we're talking about back home in Africa. When you marry back home in Africa, it's totally different from when you are living in the Western world. So let's try to understand, as we are bashing her for everything, let's understand that this is an African marriage, okay, and she's not working and she's living as a pastor's wife. So most times you have this ideology or fantasy that people that marry a pastor, that things are much more better for them, or they live like a rosy life. It's not always that way. Just that they actually bear the pains and they kind of like hold on to what is happening at home because they don't want that stigma of, being the one to make the husband's, ministry or the husband's calling to be taken away from them. So it could happen. So it is possible that this woman was passing through these things. She was made a promise before marriage that she was going to, he's going to take care of her, and he didn't. And this story actually is very pathetic because it's not only her. There are a lot of African women who are in this kind of situation, who've been promised heaven and earth, and when they get married, they are made to stay at home and they depend on their husband and they are being maltreated. But it hurts me that her own family did not even come to help. Now, when we talk about the fact that for a woman, before you go into marriage, you need to be established. You need to know what you want out of life. You don't marry depending on your husband or your, I don't know how to put it, on the fact that you are married to a rich man and that everything will be rosy. Sometimes men change. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way it is. And that is her story. I think it's a very, how will I put, sympathetic story, because she's a pastor's wife. That's why people are talking about it. But it's not just her that this is happening to. There's so many women in Africa in the same situation as her, who are out there, who are not doing anything, whose husband is treating as if they are nothing, who are being made to, to be, how do I put it? To become as if they are nobody, to be treated as if you are nobody, because your family is not well to do. You can't go back to your family, or your family has told you that you can't even come back. If anything is wrong with your marriage, just stay back. They wash their hands off. And some of them, their husband have made them feel as if like they are going to be, the outcast of the world or the whole community if they should leave the marriage. So she's found herself in a situation. What got me, about this story is that she even went to the husband's spiritual father and they could not help. And this story shows us how, marriage is not about, how do I say, it's spiritual. Is at the end of the day, is not you looking at that person's marriage and thinking, oh, is the best, is he because he's a pastor, oh, he must be doing it right. No, not all men of God's marriage are rosy. the wives won't tell you what they are passing through. Some of them are actually horrible back home. Some of them are not treating their wife well. So this woman's story is very, very pathetic. And I just pray that, she really understands that, reaching out this way, on social media is not the right platform. I don't think is a right platform for you to, talk about what is happening. You need to think about your own family. Go to your family. I mean, talk to people. If you have to get something doing, when you keep saying he did not allow you, I don't know. I know back home it could be difficult, but it can only be difficult because you don't want to leave the marriage. Because if you want to leave the marriage, you can actually walk out and you set up something for yourself. But because you've not been doing anything, I don't even know if you're educated or if you are, if you have anything that will help you stand on your own. So you are dependent on him. Now I'm going to show you her other video that actually made me start doing this video, because when I saw her other video that she did yesterday, I was like, oh my God, this alarm bell went, because I felt like she was doing that video under duress, because she put out the first video on Friday and then on Sunday she's putting out this video. So I'm going to share my screen now. Let me just put my glasses on. I'm going to share my screen for you to watch her second video. All right.
Bless everyone. I just want to, you may have come across some disturbing videos or some messages or some screenshots they may have sent to you regarding my marriage, my home. Please, I want you to know that yes, there was an issue, but we have settled everything. We have settled everything. Yesterday we had a talk, myself, my in-laws, and some well-wishers. We sat down, we talked about everything. I always respect home. Divorce is not of God. So we just want to notify the public that we have resolved issues. Please pray for us and continue to stay in God's love. We love the bless everyone.
Okay, so that was the video that I saw yesterday that made me want to do this, because I felt like she can't just pick and choose what she can say. Okay, so she was the one with nobody, like she said in her video. It's not they. You posted the video, you sent out the video, you wanted the video to trend, and the video went on Twitter and went round to trend. When you were doing that, were you drunk? I mean, you put your family out there, and let me tell you something. People need to understand the implication of what they are doing. When you pick a camera and you do a video, you do not have control over where that video is going to go. You cannot come back and tell us day or video that is trending. Do you think we are stupid or we are fools? Do you think that we are your church members that you can just say anything to and they believe? You put the video out there, madam. Okay, so why do you have to bother? Yeah, you have had your family. Why didn't you do the family meeting first? Why do you have to put the video out and now you are telling us to stop? We should pray for you, that divorce is not the Bible. Who told you divorce is not in the Bible? How do we get this preaching? People just say things on social media thinking that people they are talking to are fools. Let me tell you something. Divorce is in the Bible. You can't leave your husband or your wife. But what you say is, on what ground? Okay? So it's not as if it's not. So don't quote something that is not spiritual. It's not spiritual. It's not scriptural. You want us to pray for you, but you are the one that started the drama. Nigerians are looking for something to talk. Vloggers are looking for something to talk. Let's not expose our family out there. if you don't want vloggers to talk about your family, if you don't want vloggers to be, going after your affairs, don't use the phone. You see this phone? You see this phone that you're holding? Once you do that video, you cannot control the spread. Once you do that video, you can't control the spread. So, madam, you've told us that you have settled the matter. So what have you really settled? Because me, I'm wondering, what did you settle? Is he going to start giving you money for you to do something? Are you going to start working? Is he going to stop beating you and being abusive? What did you settle? Your family. Where were your family before you did that video? Why didn't they come in? Let's be... I'm going to pray for you, madam. I'm not saying I'm not praying for you. I'm just saying that as people you need to stop thinking that people are fools. We're not fools, okay? Bloggers are not fools. What we try to do in the society is when the story is out there, we run with it. We try to help people. I was unlucky I couldn't do the video earlier when it came out, but when I saw your second video, I was so angry because you took us to be fools. First of all, you said you posted the video. You wanted us to help. You told us to help spread the video. So vloggers helped you spread. Why don't you even thank them and say thank you for creating awareness? Why don't you talk about domestic abuse? Why are you giving excuses for your husband who is abusive? Why telling us that your family have settled it? What did they settle? What did they settle? I mean, you see, what I'm making this video is this, yeah? Marriage. There's no marriage without their issue. Every marriage, they all have their own issue. No, anybody that tells their own marriage is perfect, just leave them. It's bullshit. There are issues in marriage. You always have issues in marriage. Whether you're a pastor, a pastoress, a prophet, a prophetess, a president, a commissioner, a governor, there are always issues in marriage. Don't use your own hand. Don't carry your phone. Don't carry your phone and start taking that, 1 minute or 2 seconds video and post it online unless you are drunk or unless you are possessed. Because once you send it out, people who are vloggers, they will carry it. Nigerian Twitter is a mad place. It will go round. So, and even when it goes round, if you are going to talk to us that you have solved it, don't play with our intelligence. Talk to us as if we're educated, because your video is trying to make us look as if we're not educated, as if like we went into your affair when you are the one that actually made us go into it. You brought us, you opened your door. You opened your door and we came in and we saw. All right, so I mean, that's my take about this Pastor Precious Iginla's wife's video. I'm going to talk to any wife out there. Just please don't bring out your own family. Don't bring out your family problem to the whole world. Try and settle it amicably in the house. And if it's too bad that you can't stay, you still don't need to do a video about it. Just walk out. There's no need to do a video because you're actually putting your family problem on the web. Your children will later see it. She is saying sorry, but this video is there. When her children grow up, they will still see it. So sorry doesn't solve the problem. She brought the information out for us to see, and it's going to go round. So yeah, social media is good. Everybody's on Twitter, everybody's on Facebook, everybody's on Instagram. Everybody's body is shaking. We want to trend, we want to say something. But think before you do it, especially if you're a married person. Think before you start doing that video. Okay, unless you have made up your mind that you are leaving that marriage, you don't want it anymore. Please think before you do that video. That's my take on this video. I think she's really I think her second video is just a cover-up. They've spoken to her. It doesn't end the fact that if that man is abusive, if that man has been maltreating her for 6 years, it doesn't end the fact that he might do it again. Okay, so it doesn't end the fact. She needs to sort this thing out much amicably, in the sense that she needs to have something doing until she's self-sufficient, until she should stop begging him for money, until the man set her up in the business that she can actually be comfortable on her own. Her self-worth is still not there. He will still have occasion to insult her, to abuse her, to call her name. It's going to happen. So I don't know what the family said because she didn't tell us, but I hope they actually looked into the reason, the core reason for this abuse. That's all I have to say. If she's the one at fault, or she's the one that is provoking him, even if you provoke a man, let him walk out. He shouldn't beat you. He shouldn't start beating you. Men should learn how to walk out. Well, you brought it, we're talking about it, and more bloggers will talk about it, madam, because you opened the nyash for us to talk. So we're going to talk about it. All right, guys, just wanted to do a brief video on this news. Thank you so much for watching. What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about what happened in that video and the way she handled it? Could she have done better? What do you think? All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.